Same old bullshit, everyday dope fiend followers. Let's get it going. That Black Card's the everyday follower too. So, again, I don't know what's wrong with these people. I really don't. I guess I do. Drug addicts, dope fiends, mental patients because of it. Alright, this card's an everyday follower. Right here. Perfect timing. Again, everyday follower, green card there, everyday follower, on the bus even sometimes, so these things are incredibly effortless to do, to show what they're doing, so if that's what you want to do, let's do it. There's a turn signal on, but it didn't turn. And yeah, most of these cars we're going to see are everyday followers. Based on the electronic devices that they're given to use to keep up. Thank you. So I'm just giving them opportunity to see what they look like following every day. As a matter of fact, the street corner light there, you can see how often another everyday follower, how each car comes through that light within an hour. Since they have cameras on the traffic lights, we can look and see how often, a super snitcher follower there, how often each one of those cars comes through the light within an hour's time, and you'll be amazed at the numbers that they do. So I said, the white 300 follow me everywhere. Okay, you see how they just always happen to be where I am. I'm not complaining about them. See, again, another ambulance, another bogus ambulance every time. I'm not complaining about them being around me. I'm only, what kind of bogus shit is that? You see, just that when I show up, these fools show up. Dope fiends and all that show up all of a sudden. Old and young. All of a sudden just pop up out of nowhere. Only on the corners where I am, the same cars. You see? So, I know people have things to do during the daytime, and you have to get around and get done. There are things, people work at night, you know, people who just are out during the daytime. I know that, I agree with that. And yet, but only when I come up on the streets, everywhere I am is the issue. Each and every time, that's the issue I'm dealing with. You see? Only on the corners that I'm coming to, the streets that I'm on, only during the time that I'm on, these very same vehicles, okay? I know I wouldn't follow somebody just for the hell of it, on my own. If I have things to do, why would I follow around someone if I have a life to live? That's the issue. They don't have a life to live, thus they are being paid by the city or whoever. I would say the city because there's always a flying helicopter or some other kind of flying machine that is always around to direct them to where they need to be. If there's an altercation of animosity, those flying helicopters right on the scene, bam, 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 right on time to film it and to take note of it. So that's what gives me the indication of the indigent servitude of these people's lives. Okay? And so I'm not avoiding anyone. I'm just taking shortcuts to get to where I got to go instead of walking all through the streets all the time. These are just shortcuts that I use. And I like this Donafield here, dirt. Actually, it's you can actually use it in lawn design. I'm giving away one of my secrets because of the colors, but you have to know what you're doing to use it properly, because it's used for construction and all of that. But the color is a very interesting color and goes well with permanency in certain things. So that's a good thing there. But yeah, this issue of the following of these people is relevant and like an elephant, it has its memories to its trunk and water. All right, water has memory, and to see these things, we get to be these things. That's why I film these people, because it's, you see how great that is. Perfect timing every time. It's not just they've already got to the corner or not in the corner. It's just always when I'm coming to the corner, they time themselves perfectly to be seen. So let's let them be seen, and let's go from there. Okay? And that's the issue, the tissue that we use on these things here. It doesn't take me long to get to where I'm going, usually. And but yeah, it's time for me to do a lot more things, a lot bigger things. I've done things that have gotten young people millions of dollars, programs and all of that written in, ideas I've used, multi-millionaires, billionaires use those ideas, most things that I say are being used for producing livelihood for everyone. So thus, I am about to produce a livelihood for myself in a livelihood that we live in a peacefully dominant way without having to be so destructive to the environment. And that's the requirement that I have used and had to came to fruition with who I am today. On the street level, things seem to be less than what they do in huge office buildings, but that's not the case. Street level is what the huge office buildings are in the indication. So, because those people watch the street level people, how they move and live their lives, and to manipulate those people to get the monies from them so they can live their lives as manipulative as they can. And that is the creation process that is communicated on a daily basis that I try not to avoid, but to bring to fruition in the best way possible. And thus, we see the things going on. All right? And going by the school here, we got about to get to the Dunbar Garden, Dunbar School, and the Dunbar Library. Thank you.